I think nowadays you look at, you talk about the top teams. You go to Liverpool first, and they've probably changed it a little bit this year. But they've always played with the front three, who've been able to play in any of the front three positions, and you're getting that way forwards. They're forwards now. They're not strikers. They're not right wingers. They're not left wingers. You're getting all these guys that can play in any of the positions, because it's easy to be marked now, because top players, they're physically good. They can go and mark. If you stand in one area all the time, that's what they're quite comfortable with. But if somebody can change position, you've seen it we have the argument every week about Jota playing on the right hand side, Maeda on the left. I like Abada on the right and I like Jota on the left, and I love Maeda because of what he gives the team. But they can all play different positions. You'd probably say Giakoumakis is probably the one that's stationary more, that he wants to play through the middle, and that's where his strength is. But I think you've got all that mixture. And I think now you buy a forward. I think that's what you would say now. Instead, you say, well, they're buying a winger. And I agree, analytics are great for certain things. The bottom line is, if you're wanting a winger who crosses the ball, that's what you go and try and see. That's what you want to see. How many crosses again, blah, blah, blah. If it's a goal scorer, how many goals does he score? But I think now, the modern day, you've got to look at a lot more of the picture, because they play in the different areas, and because they play as a one up front at times.
Craig?
Yeah, no, I think, look, Tommy Rogic, we know the type of player that Tommy was. And I guess if any player was someone that liked to play just off a striker, although they did have him on the right, so he could come in on his left. So I can see the point of Sean in terms of the way that he's thinking. They haven't probably replaced a Rogic in that type of position. So maybe he is a player that can fill that kind of role. But outside of that, I agree with Peter. Normally your attacking players now do cover the front three areas. The days of wingers is kind of changed, hasn't it?
Absolutely. The positions on the pitch have completely changed. People don't play with centre forwards anymore. Some will like to get back, and you'll see some of the games now that they're actually playing with two up. We're talking about it 2 minutes ago about Hearts, saying about Boyce and Shankland. They're as probably close to a player as you'll get, because of the way they play. But it suits them because they end up playing with wing backs. If they're playing with a back four, Robbie'd probably play an extra midfield player.